Victoria, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me on. I'm so excited to chat.
Of course,
Cause
anytime.
yeah, cause we got a big date coming up, August 20th.
It's got my name on it. Hello, in theaters nationwide. Hello. And Canada and
Yeah.
Mexico. We can't forget about them.
Oh, okay. Just everywhere then. Everywhere.
Everywhere, everywhere now.
So what is it like to be part of the biggest independent franchise?
Oh, that's such a loaded question.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. Um, I It really just has been so wonderful. The cast and crew is so passionate about what they do in both movies that I worked on. And I mean, I'm just like so grateful to be a part of it. I think I was saying to you before that it just, it's the first thing we've all kind of done that is being seen by people and out there. And so it's been really cool to have people like DM me on Instagram, be like, I know you from this movie. Like, I loved you in this movie. I think I got a DM that was like, we went to high school together and I just watched it and saw you. And like, I'm so proud of everything that you've done. And I'm like, this is so lovely. So just the support of everyone, crew, cast, the fans, Hell House fans, they
Mhm.
do not come to play.
No.
They are the real deal. I love them so much. And so the support has just been so great overall. And I'm so happy that I got to come back and return as a character. That's my first time doing that and exploring more of her story and her personality. And so the second that we got the email that there was maybe another movie happening, I was just like, let's go.
That's awesome.
Cool.
If I could, I would fund like 5 more of these films.
Yeah, it honestly just, and being on set too with, especially with the Carmichael, I don't know how it is. It's probably the same at the Abaddon, but the
Mhm.
Carmichael Manor, like we were all just kind of staying there. So not only were we acting and creating scares in the space, but then you would get up in the middle of the night to get a snack and you would like turn a dark corner. It was so scary.
Oh
Um,
no.
and so I remember in Carmichael Manor too, I would be just like taking a break in between scenes, and
Mhm.
I would hear Bridget and Destiny, who played Margot and Rebecca, just screaming in the distance. You're like, oh, that sounded like a good take. So it
Nice.
was just like really intimate and personal. And for Lineage, it was we shot Halloween weekend, so we were on a horror movie set on Halloween.
Oh,
Oof.
nice.
So it was just so fun. Everyone dressed up, and it was really great. It was fun.
All right, I gotta ask one of the big questions, Brendan. So I hope this isn't on your list.
Oh, go ahead.
Did you expect this film to be this huge in the horror community as it is right now?
You're talking about Lineage?
Like just talking about Hell House in general.
No, I I really
I
have
don't
not.
think anybody did.
I actually like really didn't even realize until it came out on streaming, or maybe just at IFC Center too. We had a premiere with Carmichael Manor, and we sold out IFC Center. And I've seen so many movies at IFC Center, so just to see everyone come together and be so excited about it, um, I'm like, this is why I do what I do, like to make
Mhm.
this impact and to create these stories. And I am such a horror girly, so the fact that my first movie in theaters is going to be a scary movie just feels really full circle for me. And yeah, I just think that um, I they've done such a great job with this franchise, and it really is like a cult classic at this point, at least the original. And so I love when I mention it, and people are like, "Oh no, I know Hell House." I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah. Because I didn't catch wind of it until after the first one, right before the second one. It was just a
Mm,
word of mouth type thing, and
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
immediately researched it, and
yeah,
I watched it, and I was like, "Dude, does it have a sequel yet?" And they're like, "No." Next year, I'm like, you show me a movie and I gotta wait another year for this?
Yeah.
What kind of crap is this?
That's so funny. And yeah, the turnarounds for both were actually quite fast, but there was that big gap in between the first and second movie.
Yeah.
And then between the third movie and Carmichael was a big gap.
Yeah,
Yep.
that third gap killed me because I'm like, I need more of this like yesterday.
Yeah,
This
but
last one wasn't that big of a gap. It was like
Mm-mm.
you had it. What was it, last year, and then this year?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's crazy. We filmed in 2023 and 2024. Yeah,
yeah, that
Yeah.
it feels like they're just getting turned around faster and faster now. But now it seems like we've reached the end of the franchise. Wink,
what
wink.
a ride!
Hmm?
What a ride it's been.
Yeah. I don't want to cry on camera, but I don't want it to end.
I mean, no, I'm not going to say anything actually.
Okay. All right.
Almost.
I will ask one of that question maybe in a little bit. So my first question is, what made you want to get into acting?
Ooh,
Good question.
good question. Um, I I've been acting forever. I grew up in musical theater kid, derogatory. And I had always loved it as like a hobby, but I my love language with my family growing up was watching movies. So we would go to the video rental store and I would find a movie that was the scariest cover and we would bring it home and watch it and it would always be bad. And so I think it's just like something that became really special to me, like movie making. And then when I was 8, my older sister Olivia got cast as the lead in an independent horror movie, and it was filming in a different state, so my family had to take me as well. And we showed up to set, and there was an actor that was supposed to be playing a younger version of my sister that did not show up. And so the filmmakers are freaking out, and my mom walks in and she's like, I have a second one. And so they were like, great. And so they pulled me in and they put me in it. And I had a blast. I think I was just in like 2 scenes. I was sleeping in one. It was so much fun. And so that I kind of took that with me. And then when I graduated high school, I started uh, exploring like student films and helping out where I could and kind of learning about that process. And it really just clicked for me. And so I moved into the city and I just started going for it. I started doing extra work just to get some experience, like so many student films. And there's just something about film acting that's so intimate and personal and special to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like all I've ever wanted to do. I would sit in my room and like write episodes of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer with me as like a co-star. I would like act it out. And so yeah, I kind of just knew that I've always wanted to be here. And so yeah.
So do you have a favorite horror movie of all time?
That the answer to that question changes at least once a week. There's so many categories of horror movies that it's so hard for me to choose. I have favorites. I feel like the original Conjuring is like as a ghost story was really just incredible and one of my favorites. I really love Hereditary, and I really love the Sinister series. So those have been like the 3 that I've been
Sinister.
switching back and forth on my letterbox top 5. But yeah, no, those are my go-tos. And Final Destination, but specifically the third one.
Third one was the
Roller coaster.
The roller coaster. Okay, I was trying to think of what was because two was the car on the highway and third the way. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably my favorite one of the entire Final Destination.
It's so good. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is just chef's kiss.
That movie is why I don't get on roller coasters.
I can't get on them anymore. So
Me either.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, what you got for your next one?
so what was it like working with Joe on set?
Kelly. He's a goofball. I love him. He's great. I think they started filming. Um, did you guys see the trailer? There's a
Many times.
um, so there's like a little funeral scene.
Hmm.
So they were filming that before I had gotten to set. And so I think I got a text from Joe while I was at work, and he's like, "We're mourning you right now." And it was just a picture of my Margaret memorial. And I was like, I have FOMO at my own funeral right now. Like, what's happening? Um,
That's crazy.
and then it was just so fun. I mean, especially returning to set two after we had already worked together. We already knew each other. So it was just so easy to get through everything. And he would scare a lot of the other cast members on set. Like he would walk around with the prop mannequins. I won't say anything to give anything away, but he would just like walk around with like mannequin's legs, and you'd be like, oh, okay. And yeah, it was really fun. We'd like sit around, like we had a little campfire, and we would just like tell ghost stories and talk about scary movies. And uh, it was just like really great. He's a great collaborator. And I feel like him and Steven have like a really good, like you can tell that they've been a duo for a while. And so they just kind of like know what the other wants and what the other's vision is. And it's really impressive to me as somebody who's kind of like learning about the other side of filmmaking, like not so much from an actor perspective. And so just like just like a lot of fun. Yeah, I'd love to work with him again, like outside of Hell House. He had a really great horror comedy that came out kind of recently.
Really? What was that?
I think Tubi it's on.
I may have to
Like
check
a
that
horror
out.
spoof. It's like a scary movie esque. Like it's really fun, and I
How
think
did
he's in it as well.
how did that fall under my radar, Brandon?
I know.
I don't know.
Fell through the interview.
Yeah,
Get him back in here.
yeah. Get him back in here. Somebody dial him up.
Yeah, call him up.
I got his email somewhere.
My people will be contacting his people.
I wish I had people.
The people in question. Yeah, no, but it was just really great, and I feel like we got like we established more of like a professional relationship on the second set, because I feel like the first set it was just like a lot of excitement, and like I think I was only there for maybe 2 days. So I was like, hi, nice to meet you. I was like very scared, like you don't know what you're getting into, like walking into a set. And they were just like so welcoming from the very beginning, from the very first second I walked in. And Joe was one of the only ones that recognized my Halloween costume. I dressed up as Orphan. Um, and he was like one of the only ones who recognized the dress. I was like, come on, guys.
I love that film.
It was so good.
Like Isabel Furman was phenomenal in Orphan.
Phenomenal. Yeah. I haven't seen the newer one, but she's great.
Oh, she was as good in the second one as
Really?
the first one.
I
Oh, it
love
was
that
phenomenal.
so much.
But it's a prequel, so I hope you don't mind that it's a prequel.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it ties the timeline together. If you're worried about the timeline, because it was kind of weird in the first one where they're like, oh, she's this, but they talked about her previous stuff,
Right.
and then they give you a movie with like her previous stuff all the way up to the first movie. So but I just wanted more. I wanted a third one. But
Maybe.
we already know that she's at the bottom of the lake, dead. So if you watch the first one, you know she gets kicked in the head, and she
We'll do a sequel.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah.
yeah, but still. So my top question for you was there any similarities or differences from the Carmichael Manor set to this one?
That's a good question. I would say for sure, only because Carmichael Manor was just kind of like a new version, not new version, but like just kind of like moving on from the Abaddon, like new location, new people. It was like modern day. And so it felt, I guess, like fresh would be the word I would use. Whereas Lineage, coming back to Lineage, I felt like a part of the franchise. And it was just so easy the second time. The first time coming in, I was so nervous. I didn't know it was Hell House until I got maybe my second audition for it. It was just the Carmichael Manor on the breakdown. And so I knew going in that this first movie was kind of a classic. And so just like kind of nervous going in, you're intimidated and um, just working with everyone. And but it just like after the second day, we were all so comfortable with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, Bridget, Destiny, and I were staying at like a little side house on the property, not in the Carmichael Manor itself, which was definitely haunted, by the way. But the second, for Lineage, we all got to stay in the manor, and so it just felt like more of a family the second time. I think like we just walked in and we're like, hey, like we're doing it again, and so it's just like so wonderful, like seeing the makeup artists too, like special effects. I'm like this again, like back in chair, and so just like yeah, just a wonderful production to have worked with overall. And I'm really just so grateful that Stephen brought me into the little universe. And yeah, I don't think that I had realized the magnitude of the following until maybe after filming. And then I was like, oh no, people are actually going to be watching this. This is cool. And so I came back to Lineage like with that knowledge too. And so I almost like prepared in a different way. Um, yeah, it was definitely different, but in a good way, for sure.
Because it's just wild just to think about the whole entire Hell House franchise going from a word of mouth film to having a box set to having hoodies, T-shirts, and now I see mugs everywhere. It's
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah,
it's just wild to me.
it's so cool. I mean, the clown has just become such a symbol,
And the
and
clown has his own shirt now and his own hoodie too. I'm like, damn.
clown merch. I know he's booked and busy. Um, and yeah, it was just yeah. I mean, I love the direction that they took with Carmichael and the clown's backstory. Like, I just think it was we needed it.
I
We were
think
waiting for it.
I just think Carmichael Manor by itself is an underrated film in the franchise because I see it at the bottom of everybody's list. But
Mm,
it's one of my favorite films of the entire series.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I know. I'm a little biased. I feel like I definitely the first one is just like my favorite automatically, just because of how authentic
Yeah.
it is, and it just like you. It was just so good. The first one is so good.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so I feel like coming into Carmichael, I was like, how can we match this energy, but also make it something new, and but also connect it to Abaddon and stuff like that. So yeah.
I can't wait for the 20th.
Oh,
Like,
it's you're in for a
cause
treat.
cause I want to ask her so many questions, but I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want like no
I
spoilers.
know.
Yeah, I don't want nothing spoiled.
I don't want nothing spoiled either, but still, I need to know.
Couldn't tell you what happens.
Darn. All right, Brandon, what you got, man?
So speaking of clowns, since we're talking about it,
Speaking of clowns.
what was it like working with the clowns itself as a prop and as they got to move around as Joe was the clown? What was that like?
Mm. It's funny because a lot of the time, most of the time, it's a mannequin in
Mhm.
Carmichael, right? And then other times it's someone. And I remember walking, I had like a little break, and I think I walked into what is Patrick's room in the film, and the three of the clowns were all standing there First of all, they're so tall. I was like as the mannequin, their eyes are so real. Whoever, I think it's like Pale Face Co. that
Hmm.
designed some like the masks and the clowns.
Yeah.
You people were, we had people being like, no, there's somebody in there, and there was nobody in there. Like they looked so real, and so when people were actually in them, it was just like such a it
That's
was just like such a switch almost, and scared the hell out of me. Point blank period. Those giant clown shoes walking down the Carmichael. And I have never been afraid of clowns either. That's never really been a fear of mine. But something about the stillness of them and the way that you always feel like their eyes are following you. And like I was saying before, we were staying in the manor, so
Hmm.
I would get up to pee, and there would be like a mannequin laying on the ground, or like when I turned the corner, there'd be something, and I'd be like, "Oh, I forgot where I was."
I'm
Um,
surprised you didn't start fighting.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Um,
Probably wanted to, but not.
yeah, I
Don't
remember
hit the merchandise.
for Carmichael, before we filmed, Stephen had sent me like a prototype mask, for
Hmm.
Margaret's mask to like fit it and like get it sized and stuff. And
Yeah.
I remember just like putting it on and then just scaring the shit out of my roommates. Like just
That's awesome.
That is a true horror fan over there.
Yes, that is a true horror fan.
so it was just so fun. So I think maybe it would have been different if I wasn't a horror fan, but I loved it. I loved that there was just always something around the corner. I loved that you never knew what you were going to see next. I loved coming into set and then just seeing someone in the clown suit, and it's usually Joe, and I'm like, oh. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun. There was, I think that to take some of the pictures in Carmichael Manor, we had some of our crew get in the clown costumes as well. I think Cameron
Nice.
was in one of them, or AD. And so it was just like a fun time, honestly. Like everyone loved what they were doing, and everyone was so good at what they were doing. And I feel like everyone just vibed really well. We all had similar like senses of humor, so it was just like a lot of laughs, and but also just really uh, passionate and like creative at the same time.
Mm.
So it was just like a really good balance of everything. Um, and I'm happy that I am also part of the scares as well. That's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Oh,
Ooh, that's awesome.
I
So.
can't wait. Can we fast forward to like the 20th, please?
No time traveling yet, sir.
Damn. We can't hop in the actual DeLorean or anything and then just fast forward
No, no,
everything.
no time traveling yet, sir.
Damn.
No
We just
jumping
pop
ahead.
into my-
I just gotta wait. Who wants to wait?
You gotta wait a couple more days. That's it, a
All right,
couple
I
more.
gotta ask the big questions now because now we're into it now.
Now we're getting the juicy stuff.
Now we're getting the juicy stuff.
No games.
Did you expect the clown to be as big as the franchise is? Because it feels like I don't see like just Hell House merchandise. I see like clown this, clown this, clown this. But I love Joe. Like he's the greatest. Did you expect his character to blow up like Art the Clown over here?
Like, no, I feel like the clown, since the first one, has always just kind of been iconic because of that one. Like, he's like, wait.
The
Maybe-
one, yeah, the move, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it makes sense to me because I feel like every iconic horror movie has to kind of have that image. Like Michael
Yeah.
Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason, like, there's always just going to be that figure. And I feel like the clown is a really, really great figure. And I think that I love that people are interested in like, how did he get here?
Mhm.
What is the clown okay? Like, can we talk about that? um, so I love it so much. I'm I'm very surprised at how big it's gotten. But also, I should have known.
You should have known.
I should have known. I should have
If
known.
if I had to make an episode title for this, it would be I should have known.
I should have known.
Do you have a favorite scene in all the movies that you just love?
Wait, I have to think about this.
I got her now.
I have one that lives rent free in my head, and it's from the first one when he was doing the actual recording, and he wakes up and the ghost is.
The Ghost Girl.
I would have beat the ever loving shit out of that ghost. I'm just saying.
No, that's fair.
That's fair.
And then when some, I understand, valid.
That's valid.
When the figure is like standing in the doorway too, and it's red, and then it just walks away. Like
Yes.
I really love the Zoom scene in the Carmichael Manor. I think it's so fun. It lives in my mind rent free. I think that it was just such a good scare and such a good sequence, and like so refreshing and new.
Yeah.
One of Steven's fortes too. Like that's literally what he's so good at. And
I had to think about that one for a minute, and I was like, wait a minute.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think in the first one, I mean, it's such a basic answer, but just like when Paul thinks that his like everyone is messing with him, and he sees the clown.
Oh yeah.
What we were just talking about, which is such a basic answer, but I feel like when I think of Hell House, like I think of that scene, and I think that's the first scene I ever had seen of the franchise too.
I'd have to agree with that one too, because I would have dove at those clowns and beat all of them up.
Just when he realizes that they're all together in the room, and he's like, "Oh no!" He like goes back, like the dread and it's so good. And to do that in found footage too is so hard because you don't see him, and so you have to make it translate. And it was just translated so well. They all did such a great job.
I think them all, like everybody running through the haunted house and everybody's screaming downstairs like, this is not part of the haunted house. Please help me.
Yes. I would love to see that as a narrative.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Abaddon as a narrative. That'd be so sick. But no, yeah, that's a good one. I think that's just the one that my mind is on. That's what I think.
I'd have to agree with everybody's, because I think Steven has basically taken found footage by the throat, and basically I think he's the king of found footage.
Yeah.
Because of these films. And
I strongly agree.
And I'm tired of all the hate people are talking about Lineage already too.
I'm tired of hearing anything else.
Yes. And nobody has seen it yet, so you have nothing to negative comment on people in the comments.
Exactly.
I'm just speaking for everybody.
I'm a die Steven fan, for sure.
Like, let them cook, because have they let us down yet?
Cook, yeah.
No.
Exactly.
Go watch A25 Forest Road and
come back to us.
And then come back and talk to us, because
dread, and that's horror. Yeah.
Seriously.
For sure.
Like, I if I could fight everybody in the comment section of the trailers and the clips and stuff, I would. Because just let this man let the film ride.
Yeah.
Go see it, and then come back and prove to me you've seen it, because instead of just commenting that you've seen it and lying to us about it.
Yeah. Take a picture of your ticket.
And then send it to me, and then I will welcome any discussion on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some people just be lying on the internet.
It's so bad. But I mean, thankfully I've seen so much great feedback, and people are so excited too. So that makes me really happy. And I think that fans of this franchise are really going to love this one. I'm excited to see, because as you can see in the trailer, there's like, it doesn't just shoot at Carmichael, but I am only at the Carmichael. And so for the most part. And so everything else, like I'm so excited. I just read the script. And so I didn't see what it looked like, or I didn't get to meet any of the other actors. And so I'm just so excited to see on the big screen it all together, um, and what they did with it. So I think it's going to be a treat for me too.
You had to see the finished product in front of with basically everybody.
Everybody.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite part. I remember at IFC, when we all saw it together, just like grabbing at each other whenever something would pop up on the screen. It's like, oh gosh.
I can only imagine what it's going to be like for you to see yourself on the huge screen in front of just
Big
with
screen.
everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, come on, like how exciting. And like for this to be the project that it is on the big screen, like
Yeah.
we earned our way to the big screen. And like Stephen and Joe worked their asses off for 5 movies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like it was mentioned on another interview, but we were supposed to get a theatrical release for
Yep.
Carmichael. So when that didn't happen, then it was just like it just really felt like a redemption getting this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because somebody's concert decided to kick that out of the theater.
Thanks, Taylor Swift.
Thanks, Swifties.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Swifties.
They'll come for you. Don't play with them.
I have no issue fighting anybody for this franchise. I will take a bullet for it.
I'm gonna.
Who's winning a fight, Taylor Swift or the Hell
I
House?
removed myself from that comment.
I'm not removing. I will put my address in the bottom of this episode. I have no problem.
Who's gonna fight, the Hell House clown or Taylor Swift?
My address for people to fight me for this.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting my
I
address
was
in
gonna
it.
say I'm removing myself from that comment.
I have no issues taking on any Swifties. So
Yeah.
I'll put my address in the comments.
No, but it was just I mean, it wasn't like it was like given to us and then like
Taken away.
like official. But I think that Stephen just like went extra hard in wanting a theatrical release too because of that. And I mean that just shows like how great of a director he is and a person. But I'm really just so happy for him, and he's only going up from here. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he brings out next.
Yeah.
Because I already know it's going to be fire.
Good scares in this one.
Oh, I don't want to know.
I didn't say anything.
I would like to know, but then I don't want to know because the 20th is not that far away.
So close.
I can't.
Feels like it's forever away, but it's not really that forever away.
Brandon, I'm going to need you to get me to a theater one way or another.
We're getting you there.
Like, if you got to carry me, I don't care.
Yeah, I'll get you there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Roll you
if we have to rent a wheelchair, I'll be fine.
Yeah, accessible seating.
Hopefully.
Yeah. No.
So
we are 12 days away.
We have 12 days to figure out a plan to get me there.
And then you'll have to let me know all of your thoughts.
Oh, you're going to be the first one. Trust me.
I'm so excited. I remember when I first auditioned for Carmichael, I hadn't seen the first Hell House, but I had it. It's so funny because I recognized Steven's name. I was like, I know this name from somewhere. And so I had just Googled him. And I had my last saved TikTok had been somebody reviewing the first Hell House movie and being like, watch this. This is a classic. And I just think it's so like the timing of everything. I was like, wait, what are the odds that I have an audition for the next movie? And then I think I originally went in for Rebecca, and which was also funny because I wasn't going to submit it because I was traveling. It was like Christmas time, I think, of 2022. And so I was like not at my normal space. And so I had like thrown like kind of a bad tape together and just sent it in. And then he had me read for Catherine. And it was the piano scene. But when he gave me the sides, it wasn't the like it was just like word, it was just the lyrics. And so I think that he told me that he wanted me to sing it as like a lullaby, or I think it was like Ring Around the Road. It was like one a lullaby, like sing it to the tune of a lullaby, because it's just lyrics. But I just like had the strongest gut feeling, and I was like, no, I feel like this is deeper. And so I went back and I watched the first Hell House, and then as soon as Paul started playing that piano tune, I was like, no, that's it. And he didn't want me to know. And so I filmed a self tape and learned the Hell House song like on the piano, and sang it to the tune of that. And then after I submitted it, Stephen called me and he was like, how did you know? So I feel like that's a good that I feel like that really got me in. Like that did it for him. But
he's like, she found out.
Yeah, she did her research. She did it.
She has a job.
Yeah, no, really. Also, just a good lesson for actors to like go all out on self tapes. I think I didn't have a piano, so I just went to like keyboard.com. And it was like literally your keyboard is the piano keys. So I was just like pressing H and like G to like play the notes. And when I got the feedback, he's like, I love that you got a piano and you like learned how to play. I was like, no.
No, didn't
I'd
do
have been
that.
like, yes, I did. Can I bring it?
All out. And then we had the conversation about like Margaret and her as a character and how I fit her. And so it just all came together. But I think it just like feels very full circle and like good timing, and like it couldn't have been any other way, in a way that makes sense.
That's great. I didn't know we had a keyboard.com. I know what I'm doing right after this.
Piano.com. It was one of those.
That's hilarious. Brandon, you got any more questions before we wrap this up?
I
got one big one.
I do have one more.
Yeah.
This may be the one I think everybody is trying to avoid.
Uh-oh. Rip off the Band-Aid, man.
I'm gonna rip this one off.
I could take it.
But for your opinion, do you think this is the last Hell House?
Oh my jeez. Oh. I'm putting my seat back for this one because this is. I have a feeling she's going to say no comment here. Oh, she's doubling back.
I think it's the last Hell House for now, for the time being. I think that Stephen told the story he really wanted to tell with this one, and like wrap it up the way he wanted to wrap it up and put the pieces together. And I feel like the fans are really going to appreciate that, and they're going to feel like a lot of their questions were answered. But also, you never know. In a few years, like if Lineage does well and there's more room to tell the story, I could so see them bringing another one back, and maybe focusing in on like earlier characters in the franchise, or even just going back to the fair or something like that. I think would be so cool. And if they have my number, I would love to be a part of that. But I mean, I love what they do. And I think that it just, after this one, like, I think it'll just be like a good break for Steven and Joe. Like, they've put their all into this franchise for so many years. And I feel like they are like, have something like big coming. And then after that, I think then would be a good opportunity to revisit the franchise and make room for those stories. Because when you're not pumping them out, but like when you kind of like between Carmichael and Lineage, like it was pretty fast. So I can't see that happening with this one.
Yeah.
So yes and no is my answer.
The easy way out. I expected it.
The easy way out.
I don't think this is the last you'll see of Hell House. I don't.
Okay. Then I'm going to end this with my question, because this is going to be a nice lead in here. What can we expect out of Lineage?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta
Hey,
go
you
in
pulled the
there.
Band-Aid off. I just put a
I,
little dab of alcohol in it.
I,
You can expect to sleep with the lights on that night.
Oh,
good.
yes.
Awesome.
Um, there's some good stuff in there. I literally just don't even want to say anything because I want you to have that experience. But I think that you can expect to get a lot of open ends tied up to the franchise. Maybe some things that people have been conspiring or wondering, theorizing. There's a lot of theories out there, which has been one of my favorite things, has been to look at people's theories of what's going to happen in Lineage. It's so good. And people have come really close, which is really, really funny. But I think that it will be a really great movie for the fans. I think that this is a movie for the fans. And so I recommend like binging all of them before seeing this one.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of lore that's thrown at you, a lot of past references to characters and storylines that maybe you wouldn't remember otherwise. So I know I'm going to binge all of them before going in
Mm-hmm.
and just to get like a little refresh. And I think that would give you the best experience out of the film. And it looks great. Can we just have a moment for his narrative films just look so great.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, our DP was so talented and the cast was so talented and um it's a fun one for sure. It's gonna be fun.
That's all you had to say. I'm
That's all I gotta say. And
ready.
maybe Margaret's will be involved in that.
Mm.
Mm.
And you can binge all them on Shutter right now.
Yep.
And I already know what I'm doing next weekend.
Tonight, get an early start.
Oh, I've already watched the first two.
I love that.
I watched the first two last night.
There's a very strict schedule leading up to the premiere.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to do a whole day of binging the day before.
Yeah, no, I love that. I recommend that. I think that would be best for this movie, just to get like the most out of the experience because I feel like it's been so anticipated. So you want to like take every bit of information in. And I think that it'll be really, really fun for people who really love Hell House and the story. And I think it will surprise a lot of people for sure.
That's the best tagline I need. Sleep with the lights on. Got me. Because as soon as a new one drops, we're going to be doing a 1 hour long episode recap of every single movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Yeah, invite me back on. We'll talk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's our.
Then we can talk
We've
sports.
already got the list filled out of
Get the
everybody coming back on, basically.
And we're about to have Kayla back on because I just saw one of her newest films.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
That was sent to us. So I'm going to have her back on anyway. So
That's
I'll
great.
probably do another round of Hell Houses, and you're going to be the first one back on. So don't worry about that.
Oh,
You'll be back. So everybody, it is coming to theaters August the 20th.
so soon. Be there, or else I'm sending a clown after you.
Oh,
I know.
Whoa.
yes. That is going to be an audio clip. That is amazing. Thank you again for your time, Victoria. We really appreciate you.
Thanks so much
Hey,
for having me.
Hey, before we end this, where can people find you and show you love and support?
Yeah. I'm mostly on Instagram. It's just my first and last name, which is probably best here, but victoria.andrunik. And that's really the only social media platform I use, but I update it quite often. And you can also check out my website at www.victoriaandrunik.com to see what projects I have coming out soon and what I'm working on now. And I'm so excited to share Hell House Lineage with you guys.
Yes, I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Thank you again so much for your time.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you.
I really appreciate it. Thank you guys.
No problem.